Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another plan with me to share with you all, and if you couldn't already tell, I put down the base of this week off camera, which is why I'm doing a live voiceover just to go through this really quick before I go into filming day by day. Apologies as always for doing this, but also like hashtag sorry not sorry, because sometimes I really do just enjoy planning without filming. I've mentioned it before, but yeah. So this week I am using By the Sea, and I'm planning for the week of May 27th to June 2nd. Oh my god, June. It's officially summer. So I'm using the By the Sea kit from ScribblePrintsCo, and I'm using all foil overlays from ScribblePrintsCo as well. I have the bows down here, all my gold foiled bougie boxes here, and then some dot glitter header overlays plus the date dots. And then the deco for this kit was a bit big, so I used little dot deco foil pieces for the top. Then over here I have my sidebar. So I have the girl with a overlay on top. Then in between all the things I have some white space. They're just glitter headers that I cut in half. I have two of my habit trackers, one for my vitamins and one for a nighttime routine, which is why I also have the little mini ombre heart checklist here to get more specific. Then I put down what is it? Let me zoom in. I'm like, why am I not zooming in? Then I put down a squared off half box along with a paper and milk Maro that has like a pool noodle and some floaties on. It's so cute. And I wrote "School's out for summer" because this is my first full week like on summer vacation. I know technically it's not summer yet, but I thought that was really cute, and I love how cute this Maro looks with the rest of this kit. Then I put down a thick piece of washi, a to-do header, and then an ombre heart checklist and a little bit of that same pattern washi at the bottom, just to jazz up that little bit of space that was left over. So yeah, all the pens, tools, and stickers that I use will be linked down below in the description box, but if you have any specific questions about a particular sticker that I use, you can always leave that in the comments down below. And if you're curious to how I plan, that is also written out down below. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna go in and do, well, day by day. It was going so smoothly up until then. All right, voiceover Jess coming at you. And did she film this part about 50 times already? Yes, she did. Is her throat still phlegmy from all the hot sauce and chili lime seasoning she put on her dinner? Yes, it is. But we're gonna be just chugging along through it anyway. Starting with Monday, the first thing I wanted to mark was that it was Memorial Day. So I did that with a fancy label and a foiled script from ScribblePrintsCo that's actually in my handwriting, and it looks beautiful over there. Look at her shine. Then after that, I wanted to mark that I put up my plan with me. So I used a glitter film slate icon from Mandy Dreams, and then a publish foiled script that Andrea kindly made for me so I can mark publishing my plan with me every single week, which I've been really good at. Like, when was the last time I missed a plan with me? Almost didn't post this one, but I was like, why not? So anyway, most of Monday I actually spent didn't intend to do it, but I kind of just got sucked into it. Vacation planning and me are like simpatico. We're just like the bestest of friends. I love doing it. I was gonna say it loves doing me, but that doesn't sound right. Okay. So yeah, I just spent most of the day kind of got wrapped up in London and Paris planning, which I'm going to London and Paris later this summer, and it's so close. And I'm so freaking excited. I feel like I'm gonna cry, but every time I say I feel like I'm gonna cry, I negate it and I don't cry, but I'm gonna get very emotional because London and Paris are two places that I've been wanting to go to ever since I was like a little kid. It kept like one or the other would be like more like higher, like would be like higher on the list. Like they would keep swapping 1 and 2, but the fact that I get to go to both of them in the span of like 2 weeks, I'm just like, oh my god, I don't know what to do myself. So I worked out a whole itinerary. You guys know me, I'm a planner. So I found like an Excel spreadsheet that is basically weekly planner, which is bananas. And I'm like, this is amazing. I put it, color coded it. I boxed things off. I started like finalizing things because at this point we had just been talking about a lot of stuff and we only had our hotel and flights booked. So then after that, I also wanted to mark that we booked all of the activities. I'm gonna go get to see Six the Musical, which I mentioned last week, which is really exciting. it's a real shame that Les Mis is closing a week before I get there. A week-ish, about a week and a half. I don't know. It's like it closes July 12th and I get there about like a week later, but it's such a shame because I would have loved to see it, but hopefully, well, I know it's reopening in December, but your girl's not going to go back to Europe in December, so. But I do get to see Six the Musical, and I've been playing that soundtrack non-stop, which is very unlike me because I never listen to the soundtrack of any musicals that I'm going to see, just so I don't like misinterpret the lyrics in my own way. Not that would be a bad thing, but like I don't want it to like mess up like whatever the story is trying to tell me in the show. But I didn't think I would ever get to go see Six the Musical, and by the time we booked the tickets I had already listened to the whole soundtrack, so I was like, why not memorize the lyrics and look up everything I can possibly look up on the Six Wives of Henry VIII, which like if you guys ever want to know about that, I'll make a whole video about it. No, I'm kidding, but I love telling people all that I know about Henry's six wives because it's fascinating and amazing. Also, 3 of his wives were named Catherine, which I guess was super convenient for him. But yeah, we also booked to go to the Eiffel Tower around like sunset, which is bananas, and I'm gonna get to see it sparkle and light up, but the sunset is very late in Paris, especially in July, so I'm gonna have to wait a little bit, but it's okay. I'll get a crepe, get a cappuccino or something. Oh my god, I'm so excited. We're gonna do like bus tours in London. What else are we doing in London? We're gonna do afternoon tea, and it's a like, what is the afternoon tea? I found one afternoon tea. I tried to do my research on this. I wanted something like not too expensive, but not like too cheap where it's like not good. So I was trying to find that happy medium, and I found a really kind of touristy one. I don't think it was meant to be touristy, but where was it? Where did I pick? I don't remember where I picked. It's like Towns, Kensington. Nope, I'm just making up stuff now. I mean, those are real like beginnings of some places, but no. But basically, they had like a Beauty and the Beast high tea thing one time, but they got rid of it, and now it's like a London. What is it? London, not tourism, but like, what do they call it? London landmarks high tea. And I was like, I don't want to do this. This is very touristy, but like they do extravagant teas like this all the time, and it just so happens to be London. And I'm obsessed with London, and I should just embrace my inner tourist and roll with it. So I booked us to go get high tea then. I'm just so excited, guys. But yeah, so excited that we're into Tuesday, and I like have not looked down at the video as it was going by. So yeah, so did the itinerary for London and Paris, pretty much did everything that we can without me like, you know, planning every single hour, which I know is not a good idea. And then we booked all of the attractions, and basically for the rest of the day, I replied to some YouTube comments, I FaceTimed with Kelly, and then I just watched American Dad before I went to sleep because my TV was broken, so I just watched it on my laptop. I don't know why I vividly remember that. But yeah, so moving on to Tuesday, the first thing that I did was go to Stop and Shop to get I think, what was it, packing things. I needed to send off my textbooks because I had sold them, so I needed to ship those off, and it was really funny because if you were looking at me in the parking lot, which one would be kind of creepy, but two, like if you had seen me in my car in my parking lot trying to squeeze these gigantic textbooks into what I thought were perfect sized and thick envelopes, like mailing bubble mailer thingies, you would have laughed because I started punching the bubbles out of the bag because I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I did that, picked up some groceries for my mom. Then I went off to UPS, dropped off my textbooks. Good thing they fit in the thing. I didn't want to go and buy more packing materials at UPS. So then when I got home, I had a big chunky ScribblePrintsCo a Happy Mail waiting for me, and it was glorious and beautiful. There were so many bougie boxes in that package and so many beautiful kits that I'll get to be using very, very soon. So I was very excited about that. Then I had to go with my mom to get an Easy Pass, which is basically just like highway toll pass that like every state has, and I had to remove my Texas tag because that was still on my card. I didn't know. I gotta say the Texas tag was really nice because it's just like a little inconspicuous sticker, but the Easy Pass is like this big honking chunk of plastic, and I remember it used to be bigger, so they made it shorter, but also like it comes out more now, which is ridiculous. But I hid it behind my little, what is it called, the rear view mirror, so it does, you can't see it, but still I was like, Texas, for being like, go big or go home, like everything's bigger in Texas, they're very subtle with that sticker, and I kind of liked it better. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's like my throat is just like flooded.
That sounded gross, but that was the only way I could describe that. So anyway, after Easy Pass, my mom and I went to Costco. She just wanted to take a look at TVs. Did I mention my TV was broken? I don't know if I mentioned it in my last planner video, but my TV broke, and to the point where none of us could fix it, and we knew it was like an internal thing. Someone said that my TV might have burnt out. We didn't get a professional to diagnose it, but yeah, it might have burnt out. So me and my mom were like, let's just go look at new TVs. And then we ended up buying a new TV. And I was like, thank you, birthday money, because I would not have been able to afford a TV on my own. And I would have felt really bad if my mom bought me one, because she bought me the other one that broke. I mean, I had it for 2 years, but I would have felt really bad. So yeah, I bought a new TV. And then when I got home, I planned out my Disney week. So I know I said it in the beginning of this week that I was really sorry that I had to do a IRL voiceover intro, and I don't actually show you guys putting down any of the stickers. Well, you guys can expect that for the Disney week, because I could not help myself. Andrea and Jess with the art just nailed it out of the park for Magic 2.0, and I am going to Disney really soon, and I just could not help myself, and I have so many ideas for how I wanted to put down the overlays and things in my sidebar that, like, I just sat down and was like, I'm doing this right now. Like, it's pre-planned. Like, there's maybe 4 weeks, 5 weeks worth of empty spreads, and then you just pop into the Disney week. It's so good. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. It might even be better that I talk you guys through it, like, you know, in real time instead of fast forwarded through a voiceover, but still, it's glorious, and I did that, and I wanted to mark that. So I used a fancy label because I was like, it's that important. And I was even texting Andrea. I was like, I could not help myself. Like, oh my God, I was like, yeah, that's how I feel about that spread. It is so good. Wow, can't wait just to use that spread. So anyway, after that, I filmed my plan with me. So I filmed this plan with me, I think, I don't remember. And then I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos going through my watch later, as I always do. And then on Wednesday, I woke up late and I just slept in, because that's the beauty of not having school, is I just slept in, and that's okay. So I used a piece of washi and a sleep-in sticker from Coffee Monsters Co. to mark that, and pretty much I did nothing and like everything all day. Like, it was just random things. Like, I just kind of laid in bed, and it was weird. I really don't like days like that, but I guess like I just like, I have nothing to do. No, like, I don't know what to do. So basically, it was a big lazy day, and I was watching a bunch of movies, TV shows, flipping through like streaming and cable stuff. So I used a squared off half box and a Fox and Pip Lazy Day Girl to mark that it was a lazy day. I did do some work. I got some stuff done for Andrea that, what did I actually do? Oh, I remember what it was. Ooh, it's gonna be so cute. I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is, because you know I can't. So I did get some stuff done for her, so I marked that with a scribbler on the laptop. Then I watched the new Netflix movie Someone Great, and I loved that movie so much. All 3 girls in that movie reminded me of myself and my friend Kelly. And I was so excited to go see her, because I actually did get to go see her this weekend, and we watched the movie. Well, I watched the movie again. She watched it for the first time, and I'm like, this is literally us. Like, we're not an individual character, but just like whatever that friendship is, like the different parts of their personality. Like, at some point I was like Erin, and sometimes I was like Jenny, and other times I was like Blair, but like, it was just like everything was like bits and pieces of us. It was so funny. But it's a really cute movie. I highly recommend you watch it, especially if you're like hopeless romantic, like, actually not even hopeless romantic. If you're a sap, you'll like this movie. It's really good. Also, if you like Lizzo, she's in this movie. Now, she's not in the movie, but they play a song of hers in the movie, and it's a really good time. So yeah, after that, I wanted to mark that I started my 6th tray of Invisalign. I'm gonna need more of these dental stickers. I don't know why I didn't just pick up more when I ordered like my massive Once More with Love order, because your girl's gonna be a dental hygienist. It's not confirmed yet, but I'm putting the positivity out into the universe. So I'm gonna need more of those stickers. I might just place an order after I film this voiceover. So yeah, started my 6th tray, and then after that, I didn't have much I wanted to mark, because like I said, it was a lazy day, but I did execute perfect skincare routine, like cleanser, toner, serum, moisturizer, lip overnight mask, like everything. And it was so good, and my skin felt so good that I was like encouraged to you know, continue to wash my face properly because I feel like my skin has been super clear lately, knock on all the wood in the world. But I think it's because I've been like getting better at washing my face and like actually putting on moisturizer, like instead of just stripping my skin of all the oils and then not putting like any moisture back into it. But I'm getting so good at it, and I told myself that if I can fill out my little like nighttime habit for a solid month with not a single X, I can treat myself to some new skincare products. I think the stuff I have right now is working pretty well, but there's like bits and pieces of like, there's like a cleanser I want, there's probably another serum I want, and an exfoliating mask that I want, but you know, skincare is not cheap, so I'm just gonna, if I can make it a whole month without little X's, then I will treat myself to it. And also that means I will probably go through some of the like facial cleansers and stuff I have. Like I have like 2 cleansers, 3 moisturizers, and I know only one works for me, but I want to use it up because I don't want to waste it unless I can find someone to give it to. But still, a month and then I treat myself, so I'm really looking forward to it, and my skin looking beautiful. And then at the end of that night, I FaceTimed Kelly because we were finalizing things for Wyoming when I was gonna go see her. So yeah, that was a Wednesday and the first half of the week. Moving on to the last half of the week, on a Thursday, Jaclyn Hill released her new lipsticks, which me and Andrea were like super stoked for, and we were like, do we need these? Because me and her both kind of destashed our makeup collections, which is really funny because we started off as like makeup people, and now we're like, our makeup fits into like caboodles, and that's about it. But like, she really stands Jaclyn Hill. I stand Jaclyn Hill. Sometimes I find the things she does a little like, what are you doing, girl? But I still love her, and the packaging for her lipstick was amazing, and the colors and the nudes. Like, she made a nude for every single person, so I was like, I kind of want one real bad. And it's being delivered this Thursday, so I'm really excited for it. And I marked that with a really cute pumpkin paper sticker where she's just putting out lipstick. It's adorable. Then after that, I got some more stuff done for Andrea, which, yeah, is gonna be dope. I don't know how else to say this without spoiling and revealing things. But yeah, I got some more stuff done for her, and I used a ScribblePrintsCo foil logo sticker because it's for SPC, so I was like, why not? Then I worked on mood boards for a little bit because there were some that I needed to get done, and I just kind of wanted to get the base of them done before I left on my trip. Because if I left it all for Sunday night, that would have been a nightmare. Then I started to pack for Wyoming, and then my dad came over and he hung up my brand new TV, which is 65 inches. The last one was 60 inches, which my mom had bought me as a treat yourself, or I'm a treat you because you're in Texas. And yeah, and you got dumped. And I was like, thanks, Mom, you're the best. But then this time we went for a 65 inch. I don't remember why. Why did we pick the 65 inch? It doesn't even look, I thought it was going to look massive, but I have a really big white wall, so it's just kind of, it still looks the same, but I'm just like, why did there, I think there was a 58 inch, and we were like, no, too small. So instead of going 2 inches down, we went 5 inches up. Yeah, logic. That's my family's logic for you. So then, where did I go? Where are we? Oh, okay. So also that night was the RuPaul Drag Race finale, and I won't spoil who won because I actually watched this live on TV because the queens are very notorious for posting as soon as the queen wins. Like, as soon as it's announced on TV, like, everybody goes and posts about it, and I was just like, I don't want to be, like, I'm not here for it. Like, I want to actually be surprised. I'm super happy with who won. Oh, so excited. Oh, I love her so much. She is a great queen, and I will leave it there because I don't want to spoil it. Spoilers, all the spoilers. So for that, I used actually a half box sticker because I didn't know what else to put that day. But I watched it on TV, so I feel like it was worthy of a half box. Planner logic never makes any sense, you guys. And then the last thing I wrote on that day was I drew some stuff for ScribblePrintsCo, which you will see hopefully soon. But again, my lips are sealed and padlocked. Like, you ain't getting anything from me. Then on Friday was the day I was leaving for Wyoming to visit Kelly for the weekend. I was so excited to see her face. I was really interested to get to go to Wyoming because I was like, I've never been to Wyoming before. And whenever she was like, I'm moving to Wyoming, I'm like, what's in Wyoming? I actually encouraged her to move, but that's because she was gonna get a really nice paycheck, and I was like, you'd be kind of stupid not to move there. But yeah, it's like, what's in Wyoming? Like, why not? When am I ever gonna go to Wyoming again? I don't know. So it's like, let's do it. So the first thing I actually did that day was get my nails done, and I went for this pink color because this would fall over my sister's birthday, and she loves pink. Actually, she loves pink unless it's like convenient for her to like blue. When she knows blue's my color and pink is hers. So she needs to watch herself. But I got pink for my sister. I think I stared at the swatches of nails at the salon for about 15 minutes, which is a long time, especially when the girl next to you is getting really antsy and she wants the book of swatches. And I'm like, I really don't know what I want. Like, do I want hot pink colors? Like, I'm feeling summertime, but also I felt like it was still springy time. So I was like, I don't know what color to pick. So I went for this pink color with the little glitter accent. I'm super excited for my next 2 sets of nails. That's a lie. I only know what I'm going to do for my Disney nails. It's not going to be any like designs or anything crazy, but I'm excited for the color. I don't know what I'm going to do for London and Paris, but I think I'm going to make it something subtle. Like, I don't want to do like any flags or anything. Unless I have like a really good person, then I would do it. But I think I'm just going to do something like simple, you know, keep it cash. I'm not going to draw any more attention to myself than I already will just by being there. But yeah, so I got my nails done. Then I headed straight to the airport, and I wasn't sure what time I was going to get there because you know how flights could be crazy. And also this flight was crazy. You will see in a second. So I got dinner. Well, I got lunch at Wendy's. That was in the airport. I'd never been to the Delta terminal in JFK, so I was like, this is interesting. It felt like I was in a different city already because I'm so used to the JetBlue terminal at JFK, which is amazing, and like the Disney World of terminals and airplanes. It's amazing. But yeah, so I got Wendy's, which thank goodness, because I knew there was going to be a really long ride from Denver to Wyoming. I actually took a flight into Denver, and Kelly was going to come pick me up, but my flight got redirected to Colorado Springs because they said all of Denver, like the Denver airport, was closed. And midair, I'm like, what's going on? And even before they told us that we were being redirected, I was watching the flight thing on the TV screen, and I'm like texting Kelly through the Wi-Fi. I'm like, Kelly, there's like, it says distance to destination, and it was going backwards. Like, there was more distance being put between us. Like, it was like at 500 or something, and then it would just keep going 505, 510. And I'm like, Kelly, I think we're going backwards. Like, I don't know where we're going. And then I realized we were being redirected to a different airport. I was like, what is happening? But apparently it was like some weather in Denver, and they closed the airport, so we could not land there. And then we landed in Colorado Springs, and then they said, LOL, JK, we're actually going to go back to Denver now, but we don't know if we can land. So I was like, Kelly, I'm getting off at Colorado Springs. And so she drove all the way there again. Like, Denver was like a drive. So Colorado Springs, like a longer drive. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bad. And Kelly brought her dog with her, Thunder. And I was like, why did you bring your dog? Well, like, how was she supposed to know that she would have to drive an extra hour and a half out of her way? And I was like, I felt so bad, but he was so good. So yeah, flight got redirected. I read a book called Star-Crossed on the flight. This was very lovely. I kept falling asleep while I was reading it. Not because of the book, but because it's just like, you know, the nice turbulence of the plane rocking you to sleep. And just like my eyes were tired. So yeah, I got redirected. And then Kelly picked me up at the airport finally, and we drove from Colorado Springs to Wyoming. We stopped on the way for some Starbucks, and we just sang Disney songs the whole way there. We went through Hercules, Mulan, The Little Mermaid. We kind of did Beauty and the Beast, not really. But it was a lot of fun. It was a good drive, entertaining for a 3.5-hour drive. We didn't get back to her house till 1 o'clock in the morning, which was bananas. So yeah, so a Saturday, we woke up and went to the park with her dog, which was so fun and cute because he was just running around. And like, my dog's little, and he's super old, and he's never been like really, really playful. Like, he's been hyper, but never playful. So to see like a super playful dog, I was like, this is wild. And then we were on our way to Carhenge, and before that we stopped at AJ's Soda Shop, which is actually before Kelly moved to Wyoming. We were looking up stuff in her town. Like, there's not a lot of stuff in her town. So we looked up a place, and I was like, oh, this place looks cute. We should go here. So it was just like a soda shop where they make different kinds of sodas. I bought 2 because I was like, I need to taste all of these, and they weren't going to be open on Sunday, so I was like, I need to get my full tasting of these. So I bought 2. There was one that had like almond cream in it, bananas, and then I ordered the other one. It was called Carnival Kiss, and the reason I ordered it was because it was called Carnival Kiss, and I'm a sucker for all that kind of stuff. You guys know that already. Okay, and then so we were on our way to Nebraska, which is where Carhenge is, and we were driving along what was the Oregon Trail, which that was cool, and they have like history markers where you can pull over and look at history stuff, and I was like, I'm such a nerd, because we did pull over and we looked at stuff, and I was like, this is bananas. So I marked that we drove along the Oregon Trail, and then I marked that we were at Carhenge. Didn't know how to mark it. I probably could have used a car sticker, but I used it for the road trip. It's basically like Stonehenge, like if you guys know what Stonehenge is, but with cars. And I was like, this is, I love this so much. It looked really cool. I thought it would be a lot bigger, but it still looked super duper cool. So after that, when we were on our way back, we drove to Target and had Starbucks and Target. We walked around for a little bit. I was trying to find some Disney and Pixar shirts to wear when I went to, where am I going? Oh yeah, to Disney World. But I couldn't find any, and Andre said there was a lot there, but I think I'm actually gonna just reminding myself that I should go to the Target by me right here in New York and see if they have any of those shirts. Not that I need any more, but I really want another one. I just want to see what they got. So then after that, we got home and Kelly made tacos. So it was a taco night. And then she lives in a very small town, and they had 2 bars, and we were like, what else are we going to do? So we went to one of the bars, and I got hit on by a man with no teeth. That was interesting. Well, actually, he had a girl come up to me who also had no teeth and told me that her friend with the no teeth wanted to talk to me. And like, I get really weird, like, social anxiety when I go out to bars and clubs and things like that. Like, I don't want to be approached, and it's pretty bad, not great, but I was like, no thanks. I was just like, my blood pressure just went through the roof because of this one interaction. But yeah, I did drink a little, and it was fine, and everything was great. But then we left that bar because it wasn't like we were having a good time, but like the atmosphere wasn't like having a good time. And then there was another bar where they were playing really fun music, so we went in there, got another drink. I had a shot. Shouldn't have done that. Yeah, then we ran into one of her friends that she had made, and then him and his friends walked over. Then one of the guys bought us a drink, and I was like, see, this is not a good idea. Andrea, I can hear you through my laptop. I know. But that's why I can't do it, because I don't know when to stop. That's not a great thing. Okay, we're about to have like a therapy session, and my plan with me. But yeah, so I marked that really cute with some pumpkin paper co stickers. I liked it. It's kind of just like, yeah, that happened. Then the next morning, yeah, as you can tell, I remembered why I stopped drinking in the first place. It's just, I don't even know how to start explaining this. I'm not an alcoholic. Like, if you guys think that, I'm not an alcoholic. I just think it's fun. It's like a social thing. It's definitely a social peer pressure kind of thing. I mean, no one's pressuring me. I put pressure on myself. But I did discover recently that like soda water, like club soda and lime is delicious. Like, I genuinely have a good time drinking that. So I'm going to experiment. My sister's birthday is coming up soon, and she wants to go out and go drinking. But what I'm going to try is getting club soda with lime, and because it kind of looks like a bubbly, fun drink, and I can participate. If people start taking shots, I think I'm going to start drinking water. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know. It's just because I know when to stop, and I just don't. That's the problem. I know when to stop, and I just don't. That's a me problem. That's something I got to work on. But yeah, where was I going with any of this? Blah, blah, blah. I woke up, did not feel great. And then we went to Subway. Subway smelled like absolute crap. Normally Subway smells semi, like, delicious when you're craving it. Walked in there and I was like, I'm going to puke in this Subway. Like, it smells so bad. And then I discovered that I'd probably would be a very bad pregnant woman, because I know I'm going to have nausea. I know I'm going to smell things that I don't want to smell, and it's just going to hit me in a wave, and I'm like, I'm not looking forward to that ever. So we did go to Subway. I didn't actually eat Subway. I ended up eating it later on our drive back into Denver. But we came back and we watched Netflix. We watched we watched this show called First and Last, which was like the first day in prison and then their last day in prison, which was interesting, but I still fell asleep. Like, I just knocked out because I did not feel good. And then we drove to Denver, which was a really long drive. We actually had to drive to IKEA because she needed to return some furniture that she bought because she drove all the way to IKEA, which is like a solid 2.5 hours from her, or 2 hours, I can't remember. And they didn't include one of the pieces, not like a screw or anything. They just didn't include a leg. And she went to go look at the instructions. She took everything out of the box, and it was like step 1. And she didn't have the piece for it, and she was freaking out. It was hilarious, but we ended up stopping at IKEA so she could return the whole thing. The woman was being super nice to Kelly, and Kelly just could not stop telling her how much, like about the missing piece. Like, Kelly could not get over it. To be fair, it's a very long drive, so I get it, but it was just really funny because the woman was being nothing but pleasant, and Kelly couldn't get over the fact that they forgot to give her a piece of it, and yeah. So, also to be fair, she emailed customer service and they were like nothing. They were absolutely not helpful. So after that, we drove to a place called Machetes Tacos and Tequila. The guy offered to get us tequila and we were like, no, like absolutely not. And that's when he gave me club soda and lime. And I was like, wait, this is okay. Let's try to incorporate this into my nights out drinking because your girl can't handle her alcohol. Your girl doesn't know when to quit it, so your girl can't have any alcohol. But yeah, the tacos were absolutely delicious. The atmosphere was amazing. The weather was super nice, and we got to eat outside. It was so great. It was a very lovely weekend in a place where we didn't think we'd have anything to do. So yeah, then after dinner, we drove to the Denver International Airport. It was open, and I got on a 11:59 p.m. flight back into New York. So yeah, this is my week in full. Look how beautiful and bright and colorful it is. I love it. I think it's perfect for the first week of my summer vacation. This probably would have been great for next week or the week that we're in right now because I will be heading to the beach, but that's okay. I am well equipped with beach kits, so I am super excited. I'm really looking forward to it this summer. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!